Hi guys, welcome back to Heartly Creativity. So now, like in the part life process part 2, we understood what is roughage. So this is part 3. So let's start with sources of roughage. Now in sources of roughage, what does sources of roughage means? Okay, so Roughage, one thing let me say why I put this picture over here is that cabbage is provides a lot of roughage. Remember that cabbage is a vegetable which provides a lot of roughage. So when I use this vegetable, that means vegetable and fruits do have a lot of roughage. So they are the chief sources of roughage in food. Now, when we talk about glycogen, now we understood what is cellulose and glycogen. Now we are coming to glycogen, right? So glycogen is nothing but is a polysaccharide. How is it formed? It is formed because of excessive of glucose in our body. And do you know one thing that 686 kilocalories of energy releases 1 mole of glucose? That means I'm not sorry. There's like 1 mole of glucose releases 686 kilocalories of energy. Okay, now actually, what is glycogen? Actually, it is a form of carbohydrates. Just say very easy, and it in animals it is in the form it is seen in the livers and muscles of animals. Okay, muscles and liver in animals, and it polysaccharide, and it's formed because of excessive glucose in our body. Now, when we talk about fats, this is the other thing. Carbohydrates we understood. We finished carbohydrates. Now comes fats. So fats is composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Now, actually, fat. What it happens is like it's responsible for keeping our body warm. So these fat people, I think they have observed, like everyone might have observed that these sweat. These when we sweat, there will be a release of warmness for our body. So that means it keeps our body warm. The second thing is that this in animal fat butter, cheese, and plant fats it is obtained from plants, whereas animal fats are obtained from animal. From that word you can understand that animal fats is obtained by animal, and plant fats are obtained by plant. So in animal fats there are like many, but I'll give a very good example. That's butter and cheese. Now in plant fats we have cashew nuts and groundnuts, etc. So there are a lot. Okay, so you don't think about these two only, you can write more. Okay, now major storage forms of energy in the body. So fat is the major storage form of the energy in the body. Okay, and fats content in the nutrient is much less, yet yes it is. Okay, now they produce more energy than carbohydrates. Yes, and now understand that they produce more energy than carbohydrates. So carbohydrates is much more a little less than fats. So 1 mole of fat releases 9.45 kilocalories of energy. That examples are butter, cream, etc. They're talking about fats examples. Now they're not talking about, yeah, obviously this much is released in 1 mole of fat. Now, when we talk about protein, we understood what's fats and what all are components of fat. Now, but in protein, we have four. It's not three, it's four. Carbohydrates and fats have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, but protein have nitrogen. So its chemical molecules contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So now let's go to proteins. So proteins are made up of one or more amino acid. Remember that one or more amino acid make up protein. So the dietary source of protein includes milk, egg, fish, etc. Yes, it is. And it is the most abundant substance present in the human body after water. After water means that water is the first thing which is very important for any organism. Okay, and I mean human body. Now, nitrogen is the most essential element in protein. Yes, it is. Nitrogen is a most essential element in protein. Some protein actually contain what two things? Sulfur and phosphorus. Remember this. Okay, now protein chemical material for growth and repair of body cells and tissues. Actually, what do protein do? Like when your body cells is damaged or need something, they protein takes place and growth. When you need growth, obviously protein is one of the thing which you should intake. In times of emergency, they may also get oxidized. They get oxidized to release energy. Now, food rich in protein include fat, free milk, cheese, etc. Yeah, this is very like fat. Protein include fat. Okay, that's milk, cheese, etc. Now, you know what? Hemoglobin in our blood is also protein. Yes. Now, because of protein, there are two things, a lack of protein, there are two things happens to any normal body. Not like normal body I'm talking about, they're talking about someone who suffers from this, okay? They get, then when they do not have lack of protein, when in their small ages, not like I'm talking about adults or anything, when they are in small ages like 5 years at 1 year, we'll say about these two things. Before that, let me say that lack of protein can cause diseases, and these diseases are divided into two: Kwashiorkor, Marasmus. There are many, but let me talk about these two because this has like a little bit similarities. So now let's talk about Kwashiorkor. It actually happens to those young children. Okay, so these mother when they stop breastfeeding their babies at early age, the protein intake is stopped, so they are given a diet poor in protein, and in that diet carbohydrates and poor protein is required. It is required. So the children which are suffering are actually dying before 5 years. Okay, and now when we talk about marasmus, it is this kind of a little bit same, not so much same, but marasmus is like for 1 year due to deficiency. So usually affects infants below the age of 1 year. Yes, it happens below the 1 year age due to deficiency of carbohydrates, fat, and protein. These three things are the things which affect marasmus, and sudden stoppage of breastfeeding following by a diet. So yes, here as well as here, breastfeeding is required for growth. Now, what are the symptoms of kwashiorkor? Now, underweight, belly protruding out, that means their belly bulges out, getting dark skin. They have a dark skin and very scaly skin. A stunted growth, that means not good growth. Loss of appetite, yes, they will not have that much appetite. And repeated diarrhea. Now, repeated diarrhea means that loose motion, they will be having like fluently this loose motion, and enlarged liver and anemia. That's the two things which are really important. Liver and anemia is getting enlarged, and there is swelling of feet and face, edema. Okay, edema is swelling. So remember this thing, edema is what? It's swelling of feet and the face. Now, when we talk about treatment of kwashiorkor, we do have a diet given. Okay, so that diet should always have carbohydrates, fat, and protein. So these diet with enough carbohydrates, fat, and protein can actually prevent kwashiorkor. So a mixed diet of gram peanuts. Sorry, I spelled the peanuts wrong. So peanuts, it's peanuts, Soybeans is also useful. Now, milk, fish, and meat is also very good thing for any person who is suffering from Kwashiorkor. Now, symptoms of marasmus. Now, in symptoms of marasmus, we have less body weight. As I said, less body weight. We can see this person. You can see that this person looks very, not that much good. This person does not look good while see you, because this person, they have, their skin becomes loosey folded. You can see this, their ribs can be seen through the skin, and their poor growth. See the leg over here, it's damn small, and there's a see sunken eye. That see the eyes, they're literally sunken, and thin and bony face. See, it's thin actually. You can see the bones. See over here, lips can be seen clearly. Now there's a less body weight, degeneration, skin becomes loosely folded. See, it becomes loosely folded, so we can see thin and bony face, thin face, thinning of limbs, retarded physical and mental growth. Yeah, they do have the see ribs appearing prominent. See, you can see ribs clearly visible through the skin. Now, how do you control this? So, marasmus is actually extremely extreme. Like this child suffering from marasmus should actually given diet rich in protein and carbohydrates. So yeah, uh, vitamin. Some of the risk factors of marasmus are these. So yeah. Mm, Inadequate food intake, vitamin deficiencies, alternated water. Not. I'm sorry. This is not what. I'm sorry. I just wanted to show this person. See, this person looks like this. A Marasmus kid. You can see this person. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and let's for next video we'll understand what are vitamins, and next video we'll understand more about this chapter. So keep watching and keep tuned. We will meet soon. Signing off, Heartly Creativity.